During the Sengoku period, Japan was a land divided, a collection of warring states where samurai lords, known as daimyos, fought relentlessly for power, territory, and survival. The chaos of constant battles and shifting alliances defined the era, creating a stage ripe for innovation and sudden change. In 1543, everything shifted when Portuguese traders arrived on the small island of Tanegashima, bringing with them firearms that the Japanese had never seen before, the first matchlock guns. Simple, yet deadly, their mechanisms fascinating and foreign, capable of piercing armor from a distance, altering the very concept of warfare. At first, curiosity mixed with skepticism, samurai and nobles studied these strange devices, some dismissing them as mere novelty, while others glimpsed the potential to redefine battles. The technical challenges were immense. Replicating the matchlocks required careful observation, skilled craftsmanship, and trial and error, yet Japanese artisans proved ingenious, mastering the design and producing their own versions known as Tanegashima guns, which quickly spread among local lords who recognized the strategic advantage of early adoption. These firearms were gradually integrated into infantry tactics, with organized volleys and coordinated firing lines replacing traditional charges. And nowhere was this more evident than in the Battle of Nagashino in 1575, where Oda Nobunaga deployed massed arquebusiers behind wooden palisades to devastating effect against the feared cavalry of the Takeda clan. This moment revolutionized samurai warfare, demonstrating that discipline, positioning, and technology could triumph over brute force. To support this new form of combat, mass production techniques emerged, allowing a greater number of weapons to reach the battlefield, while their role in castle sieges became increasingly crucial. Breaching fortifications and shifting the balance of power, training and discipline evolved to prepare soldiers for coordinated gunfire. Yet, cultural resistance lingered, with some traditionalists lamenting the decline of honor-bound hand-to-hand combat. Despite this, firearms spread rapidly across Japan, their effectiveness impossible to ignore, and Portuguese influence through trade continued to provide weapons and gunpowder, inspiring technological adaptations and refinements by Japanese craftsmen, further enhancing their lethality and reliability. The arrival of firearms challenged the identity of the samurai, forcing a balance between tradition and pragmatism, honor and innovation. But it also laid the foundation for the unification of Japan. Under Toyotomi Hideyoshi and later Tokugawa Ieyasu, the legacy of firearms in Japan was profound, forever altering the landscape of war and society, changing how battles were fought, how castles were defended, and how power was secured. Fire and steel, as this transformation came to be known, marked a turning point in Japanese history, a vivid example of how a single technological innovation can ripple across an entire culture and redefine the future, connecting a world of strategy, ambition, and human ingenuity. The story of the matchlock in Japan is more than a tale of war. It is a chronicle of adaptation, vision, and the relentless drive to seize opportunity when it appears. From the first encounter on Tanegashima to the disciplined volleys at Nagashino, the journey of firearms in Japan illustrates how quickly a new technology can transform a society, changing tactics, challenging traditions, and redefining what it means to fight and to lead. The initial skepticism gave way to innovation, and innovation led to dominance, as daimyos who embraced these weapons gained an edge over their rivals, while those who resisted eventually fell behind. Yet, it was not only a story of conquest, but of craftsmanship and adaptation. As Japanese gunsmiths improved the designs, perfected firing mechanisms, and integrated them into a uniquely Japanese form of warfare, this blend of foreign knowledge and domestic ingenuity created a lasting legacy, one that shaped the very unification of Japan and influenced generations of military strategy. Fire and Steel stands as a testament to the power of change, the courage to experiment, and the ways in which even the simplest object, a matchlock gun, can alter the course of history. It is a story of ambition, vision, and the relentless pursuit of advantage, a chronicle that reminds us that every innovation carries both risk and opportunity, and those who recognize its potential can reshape the world around them. From the chaotic fields of the Sengoku period to the eventual peace under a unified Japan, the matchlock was more than a weapon. It was a symbol of transformation, a spark that ignited a new era, and a story that continues to fascinate as the echoes of fire and steel still resonate in the study of history, strategy, and the human drive to master the tools of power.